with a Q&A at the end if you have any questions. I can't get into too many technical details because they told me not to, but I will try to answer everything to the best of my ability. I basically relay the information from the Hyperion management and the developers and everyone else on the team. Anyway, so in the news, okay. So you may or may not have heard a rumor that there's an AmigaOS final edition coming out. That's a good thing. This final edition is basically update 8 renamed because we're going to stop that series and move on to 4.2. So that's the plan. Now the team has been working pretty hard on it, wouldn't you say? Team? There's a few here. Yeah. How many people here are on the beta testing team or development? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, impressive. 9. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so they know exactly what's going on. The rest of you will have to trust me. I'm sorry. So this update is for all the current platforms. That's the iTech hardware, Amiga 1 XE, Micro A1C, Picasauce 2, what else do we have? SAM 440, SAM 460, Flex variant or not, light version or not, Classic Cyberstorm, Classic Blizzard, also covered. And I think that's it. X1000, X5000, not done yet. Anyway, it will run on everything. That's the plan. The anticipated release is before the end of this year. So that's the goal. End of year. Amiga Future number 111 has a preview.
Make sure the volumes are way.
That's coming out November 5th. So the idea is that you will buy the magazine to get the information. We're in partnership with
It's in the CD. I
gave them the exclusive. So they have a little fun. So that's November 5th, so not too far from now. This will be a professionally pressed CD in a DVD case. So it's not copied, it's pressed. So it's quite nice. DVD case with the booklet, some little bit of instructions, and then away you go. And the idea is you take this CD, you pop it in, and you apply the update. And from that point on, you don't have to apply any previous updates. You know how we had update, depending on your platform, you had update 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This includes everything up till now. So you have a new baseline, and if things go wrong, you just pop in the CD and you're back where you were with the latest version. Now this is going to be a paid update, and the retail price is €29.95. I don't know what that translates into US dollars. We'll find out. I don't know either. So the idea is that you have your previous version of AmigaOS 4.1, and you have a serial number, and you're going to have to provide that if you haven't already, and then you can apply the update on top. So you have to have a serial number. If you don't have AmigaOS 4.1 serial number, get in contact with Hyperion via the AmigaOS.net website, and we will fix you up. If anybody doesn't have their serial number, you want that. And ideally, you want it registered on the Hyperion website, so that you don't have any hassle. We do have systems running Final Edition now on the show floor. So if you want to see it in action, we actually have it over there. And just ask at the Hyperion table, where is it? And we'll show it to you. So if you're curious what it's like at this moment in time, you can take a look at it. You can try it. It's right there? Okay, there you go. That's on an X1000. Obviously.
Monitor.
Yes, question?
Take it down.
Oh yes, multiple licenses. There are no discounts. So if you have 8 machines, you need 8 licenses, yes. But you can pick and choose which ones you want to upgrade, of course. But no, there's no, at this time, there's no plan to offer discounts. It may change, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Traditionally, Hyperion have not offered discounts, so I doubt they will this time. Yeah. Any other questions on 4.1 Final Edition while I'm here? Yes.
You mentioned that you had to have a pre-existing 4.1 license for this?
Yes, you have to have the current 4.1.
I see.
Yep.
So let's say for the sake of argument that I went out and bought a new machine.
If you bought a new machine, yep.
Right? Would I then have to buy a license for 4.1 and then an additional fee for Final Edition?
That's a good question. If you went out and bought a SAM today,
Exactly.
would I have to buy another license on top? I would say yes today until it's released. But the dealers will have to figure that out, right? Usually what most companies do is say, okay, there's a grace period, right? Maybe 30 days or something, and we'll give it to you, right? So, good question. I would definitely clear it up with the dealer before purchase. Say, hey, I don't want to buy it twice, right? Yeah, after it's released, I don't want to go and pay another €30, right?
Let's say today is January 1st, 2015.
Yeah.
Final Edition has already been released.
It's already released. Well, it will come with Final Edition. No question. Yeah.
I'm buying a used machine from somebody.
A used machine. Okay. Well, then you have to go buy the update. Yes.
Yes, I get that.
Yep.
But would I pay just €30 for the update, or would I have to go buy a full 4.1 license? And then pay
Oh no, licenses are fully transferable. So you just take the other guy's license and away you go. That's always been all AmigaOS licenses are transferable. You don't have to buy
Steve,
it again and again.
Please repeat the question.
If you went and bought a used machine, would I have to buy another? I have to buy a 4.1 license and then an update license and all. Well, no, you already have the license. It's fully transferable. Yeah. And lots of people have done that in the past already. Any questions? Queries?
Sure.
Yeah, what about follow-up updates?
Follow-up updates.
If I don't buy Final Edition,
Yeah.
will we still have other updates from any update?
Well, there will be more updates beyond Final Edition for bug fixes, like any other OS. But if you don't have Final Edition, that's a prerequisite.
Yeah.
So, bye. You have to have Final Edition too. Yeah. Now, there might be exceptions popping up here and there, though. But depending how severe the bugs are, you don't want to leave people high and dry. Yes? Oh, yeah, there was a internal update 7. Sorry. You guys don't know about that one. So this was going to be update 8, and then we renamed it Final Edition.
Like Windows
Yeah, like Windows 10.
10. Pull one of those.
Yeah. Sometimes we have internal releases. Yeah. So anyway, the external release, we're going to call Final Edition. So as far as you know, there was an update 6 and a Final Edition. There you go. Internally, we have different names for things. Yeah. So we're not supporting update 6, is that what you're asking? Yeah, you have to get Final Edition to continue to get more patches. Yes. If you're going to stick with update 6 and not get the update, then you probably won't get very many more freebie updates. There might be the odd critical bug fix, but it's kind of like Windows XP. Bye. Like you get the odd security update or something, but yeah, they shut it down pretty much now.
There's lots of new features in Final Edition, right?
Yeah, there's lots of new features. They'll all be explained in Amiga Future number 111. Well, then you will discover them and spoil everything. Yes, if you walk over there and try it, and you go, oh ho, I found the new feature. Don't tell anyone. You're welcome to explore all you like. Yep. Yeah, we'll shut off the camera. So the Amiwest attendees, they get to find out what really is happening. Yes. So you should really come to Amiwest if you want to know what's going on. Hint. Yes, question.
Yes. You said before that the final edition also includes classic, is that right? Or
Yes, final edition includes the classic platforms.
So
Yes.
just one disc for both sets of platforms, or is it independent?
Well, there's a disc for each platform.
Okay.
Yes.
So not one.
So classic has one disc.
Yeah. So you're not selling them together, you sell them separately.
Yeah, they're sold separately.
Same as
Yes, yes, yes. I know some people have so many machines, you kind of want bundle pricing.
yeah, I think that's where I was going.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's like, well, I have 8 of these things. What? This is going to cost me a fortune. But when 4.2 would have been very similar. Now, if you remember way back 2-3 years ago, I don't know, we were batting around the idea of a subscription, right? That was shot down. Didn't like that idea. So they thought, well, we would like to get something. It's been a while, right? For the efforts. And there's been, actually, we're at 88 updates now, not including repeat updates for the same component. So it's been a lot of updates. And they would like to get a little bit back just to, you know, move things along. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of income once in a while. Yes.
The release of Update 6 was 2012, right?
Update 6 was 2012? Ooh, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been, what, 2 years of updates that cost nothing?
Yeah, 2 years then. Yeah, you're right, 2 years of updates. Yeah,
And if you think about from the release of 4.1,
yeah.
we're talking 6 years.
Yeah, actually, they haven't charged anything since 4.1 came out. 4.1 costs,
That's right, all the updates.
what was it? Well, it depends on your dealer, but it looks like it's like 100 euros or something, 120,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. I found different prices depending where I went.
Prices actually dropped.
Yeah, you could, the prices dropped. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess your point is that it's actually not a bad deal considering that we've had a number of years of free updates.
Well, we've been talking about charging for updates forever, right? They said, well, why are we giving them away for free all the time? It's like, well, you know, because it's a hassle to collect money for updates. So you have to have a whole infrastructure and all that. So this is an attempt to try a new approach to updates, and we'll see how it works. If we sell 5 of them, that's a pretty good hint it wasn't a good idea. So, right, so yeah, the customer will tell us whether this was a good idea or a bad idea. But there are new features, though. See, with the updates, generally, we didn't include new features. It was just bug fixes, right, with all the stuff before. Now, this actually has some significant new features, which I won't talk about on camera. But I will show you over there. Yes. Oh, 4.2. Well, that's my next point. Huh? What a tie-in. So 4.2 is a major release, right? And the big thing on there is Gallium 3D. And the other big thing is multi-core support, right? That costs a significant amount of investment, time, effort, right? Those two are what they want to make the major release change. You could even call it 5.0, right? But the current name is 4.2. I've been batting that around forever, right? But we could relabel it. It doesn't have to be 4.2, right? It could be 5.0. It could be 4.3, right? But In the meantime, thought, well, we got to give some features back, but giving features, you kind of want something, but you don't want to take too much. So we're trying for a balance, right? So here's some features. Hopefully they're worth 30 euros to you. That's what we're going for. Yeah. So of course 4.2 has a whole bunch of other things, but the major thing is we want multi-core and we want 3D graphics. Yeah. And then at that time we'll have to decide what to do with all these older platforms, right? Because I don't think Classic's going to work so great with Gallium. So Classic users might go, I don't want that, right? So we'll figure that out when we're finished it, right? I don't want to worry about things that haven't happened yet. So yeah. But any questions, 4.1 final edition or 4.2 for that matter?
With regards to 4.2 features, how far along are you and how much can you reveal? In other words, do we have working code? Do we have demonstrations that have been made? How much money will it take to bribe you to get a demonstration?
So the question is 4.2, how far along is it? How much will it cost to see a demo, et cetera, et cetera? Well, unfortunately, the powers that be haven't given me any information I can share, so I am sorry. The last update we had was last year, and we were working on WinSys for Gallium 3D, and there was talk of an X kernel, I believe, for the multi-core. That was the way we presented it, right? Now, there has been progress on both fronts, yes. But that's all I can say at this point. You know, they don't want to commit to anything, especially after you just say, well, there's an update, right? And then what if I say, well, it's almost done? They go, oh, I'll wait, right? The typical customer will go, oh, I'll just wait for 4.2 then. Well, no, it's not that close. No, it's not that close. If I were you, I would get the final edition. How's that? And it can't hurt to inspire the company to invest even more, right? It might, actually it might accelerate it. So it can't hurt. It can only help. It can only help. But thank you for the question. Any other questions? 4.2 final edition? You can try it out. That's the best way to find out what's in it and whether it's for you or not. Okay, I'll move on. My next topic was wiki.amigaOS.net. Don't have it up there. We've been making significant updates to the wiki. Everyone familiar with the wiki? Wiki.amigaOS.net. That's where our documentation is going. In the old days, you used to get a manual with your computer or with your software. These days, I don't think you get manuals very often with anything. Anything you buy. It's all, go to this website, right? Well, we put everything we could on the wiki. The wiki includes now full Workbench, DOS, and AREX manuals. They're all there now. Remember those old manuals from the good old days? 3.5, 9. They're all up there. Everything's up there. So you're saying...
Those have a mixture of older stuff. I just recently went to it like a week ago.
Yep.
And it said some of these are like a work in progress. You may see old, you may see
Yes. Being a wiki, the comment was, well, there's some says old, some says new. Being a wiki, it's always a work in progress. Right. And we have a team of volunteers that helps edit the wiki as well. So you'll see sometimes, well, this looks wrong. Like if you saw an error in the manuals in the past, you'd say, oh, that's wrong, and there's nothing you could do. Well, with the wiki, you can say, that's wrong, and if you're an editor, you just fix it. And I'm always looking for more editors. So if you want to be an editor, email me, amigaos.net. Just go to the contact form. Or you can email to me directly. I have business cards over there. And we'd love to get your help with the wiki, because there's a massive amount of material that came with the AmigaOS in the beginning. That includes developer material as well. And there's just there's a lot of information on there. All the ROM kernel manuals are on there. You don't need those paper ones anymore. Throw them away. All the user manuals are on there. Yeah, everything. There's even stuff on there from third-party websites. Other clubs also provided information, like SAC. When Commodore went bust, they kind of brought material together and put it up on their websites. Well, I contacted those people and said, hey, can I borrow that or take it? And they said, yeah, sure, here. So we have all sorts of information on there. So it's now the source of everything.
So I started printing out so I could learn a little bit more in depth about the OS. And you can download as PDF, but it does individual areas. Is there one that can download it all to a PDF in one swoop, or do you have to go in and plug away at each one?
Well, yeah, question is, well, there is a printing support. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. That's been fixed on it. So you can actually make your own books, right, from there. And you can have them professionally bound and printed if you want to by a third party. So the question was, well, is there a way to suck the entire wiki down? Well, that would be a very big book. Yeah, it would be incredibly thick. You don't want to do that. You might want to take major sections. Yeah, but I would not take the whole thing. I mean, you're welcome to take a copy and keep it for yourself. That's fine. No, it is copyrighted, but just don't sell it. I mean, it's all you keep it, you know. Be reasonable. If everyone's just reasonable, it's fine. But I generally take pieces of it and keep it on my hard drive. You know, there's various tools to suck a wiki down and put it on your hard drive on all sorts of platforms. Depending on the mood, right? Because sometimes you want a local reference just to go back and forth, or you don't always have internet access, heaven forbid. So it is flexible. It does have its limitations as well, right? Because it's not like Wikipedia, everyone can edit at any time. We have a select group of editors, right? And I set it up so that I'm the guy who approves the editors to try and reduce the amount of bad people that get on, because sometimes you get a bot that comes on and starts putting spam and advertisements all over it. So at least I know you're human. Oh, if you're a non-editor and you want an error corrected, the best thing to do is go to AmigaOS.net and just use the contact form and say, hey, Wiki's wrong here, go fix it. And it'll eventually go to me or another editor, because we have that central contact point, and that just sends it out to a whole bunch of people. And that's the easiest way. You can also just send it to me, but it'll go in my inbox. And it's a big inbox. So I will get to it eventually. Sorry?
It seems like a useful feature that would have a way to do moderated edits, where somebody who's not an approved editor could kind of make an edit, which then gets sent something to them.
Oh, yeah. The comment was, well, a useful feature would be moderated edits, and it already has that. It's built into the Wiki software. We just have it turned off, because I trust you.
I mean, for the people who aren't approved editors.
Oh, for people who aren't approved editors. Oh, okay. As an external way. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware that that might be. I don't know if it's a feature of MediaWiki. If Wikipedia can do it, then this can do it, because we use the same software. I don't know if that's a feature, though. Yeah.
It takes some of the work away from the people who are the approved editors.
Yeah, but it'd be nice if you just became an editor and fixed it. Instead of going indirect, right? I mean, you could be an editor, make one fix, and never come back. I don't care, as long as you fix it. As long as many hands make light work, right? So the more people that go in, I have some editors that have edited one page once and not done anything since. I said, well, that's okay. At least you edited that page. I find people work sporadically. Like they might get a month off of work and then they just get in there and just go, right? And then they're off for a year. They're gone. And then they come back and they do a bunch of work and then they disappear again. So that's okay, right? We're not going to kick you off or anything. Any other questions on the wiki? It does printing now. So yeah, I already talked about Ami Update. 88 updates and growing. And I imagine we'll have a few bug fixes after final edition. That seems to be the norm these days in the computing world. You know, a few last minute bugs here and there. So it's not going away. Okay, that's it for the AmigaOS update. Okay, and then I also have an announcement from Acube Systems that I was going to share with you. So this is Acube. So they just put on their website, as of this morning, I noticed, or last night, a press release that says they have produced the SAM 460 CR. CR equals cost reduced, cheaper. That's good. Here's what's bad. They removed onboard audio, video, and SATA. So remember that SM520, 502 chip? 502 chip. I never really liked it so much. I always had a graphics card myself, Radeon HD. And they removed that. The audio, no, that was built into the 502 as well. That was okay. The audio chip was okay. A little noisy, but okay. The video part never worked. The SATA, it had one port. Not that useful. So I always used an SII 3114 or 3112, so I get 2 or 4 ports. So they removed those features by taking that chip off and a few ports. Port multipliers, yeah. Well, yeah, they're not supported right now. It's better to use a direct port anyway. So this is cheaper. I just checked their shop. It's not online what the price is yet. They promised to have the price, but it's not there yet. So I don't know what it is, but they said it's going to be cheaper. But I did check out the current prices of the 460. So this 460EX 1.1 gigahertz, 680 euros, it said. So it's got to be cheaper than that, I hope. And they had a 460EX 1 gigahertz Lite, L-I-T-E, for 595 euros. So I imagine it's going to be cheaper than that. 595 for the Lite, 680 euro for the... Oh, you want 495? Oh, it's like 295. I don't know. Well, you're just taking a part off. You don't really cost reduce it that much, but hopefully they get some good discounts for us. I didn't see the final price though, so we'll have to keep checking their website.
Is it just the SM502 and the SATA header, or did they also take off the FPGA?
They didn't mention it in the press release, but I do believe they took off the FPGA too. Yeah.
I think it was more than just the
Yeah.
SM502.
But I'm just reading from the press release, yeah. And I also heard they took off that that GPS something or other on there. Yeah, not GPS. What am I thinking? UMTS or whatever the standard was. It's been a while since I've been in telecom. There you go. Yeah, there was some kind of little thing on the corner that I always wondered what it was for. Yeah, so that's good news from Acube. I was hoping to have one at the show, but it didn't work out. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Any questions on Acube or 4.1, 4.2?